Have you ever actually stopped to ask yourself what your time is really worth? I mean, think about it. Could your specialized professional knowledge, or honestly, even just your everyday habits, actually be worth up to $750 an hour? Look, I know it sounds high, maybe even a little crazy, but today we are unpacking the reality behind that exact number. So, welcome to today's Explainer. We're officially on day 62 of our 100-day series, and today we're exploring what appears to be literally one of the highest paying per hour opportunities we've seen so far. The crazy thing is, most people don't even know it exists. We're talking about getting paid for focus groups and research studies. So we're going to look at exactly how this works, separate the facts from the fiction, and uncover the specific platforms that are actually paying out real money in 2026. Here is our quick blueprint for today. 1. The hidden high-paying opportunity. 2. How focus groups actually work. 3. Top 5 platforms for 2026. And 4. The smart strategy for success. All right, let's jump right into section 1, the hidden high-paying opportunity. And this brilliantly illustrates the two main tiers of this whole industry. First, you've got your standard consumer group. The realistic range here in 2026 sits somewhere between $50 and $200 for about a 60 to 90-minute session. When you do the math, that breaks down to up to $133 an hour, literally just for sharing your honest opinions on everyday products and ideas. Not bad, right? But if you're a professional with specific expertise, those numbers scale dramatically. If you qualify for a specialist professional study, you can actually command up to $750 per hour. Okay, let's dive into section 2, how focus groups actually work. So what are you actually doing for this money? Well, it's a highly legitimate exchange of your time and your insight. Participating in a session can take a few different forms. For instance, you might be asked to evaluate a physical product or a prototype, or you could be completing specific tasks on a brand new website or mobile app, all while a researcher watches and you just explain your experience out loud. You might even participate in what's called a diary study that takes place over several days where you essentially just log your interactions with a product. Or honestly, you might just simply answer structured questions in a one-on-one interview with a researcher. And here's the absolute best part about doing all of this in 2026. Most of these sessions happen fully online via a video call. That means zero commute, absolutely no in-person requirements, and you don't need any fancy equipment beyond the phone or laptop you already own. Moving right along to section 3, top 5 platforms for 2026. Let's go through the master list. First up is Respondent. Paying anywhere from $100 to that massive $750 per session, this is absolutely the go-to platform if you're a professional in marketing, tech, healthcare, or finance. Next on the list is User Interviews, which caps out at around $200 an hour but is super active. Third is focusgroup.com. They're backed by market research giant Schlesinger, paying upwards of $450 for online studies. Then we've got Rare Patient Voice at about $120 an hour. And finally, Survey Feeds, which regularly launches groups in major coastal cities, paying up to $450 for both online and in-person work. Now, what's really interesting about this is this staggering number, 57 million. User Interviews alone has paid participants over $57 million since 2015. They launch over 5,000 studies every single month, which really just proves the sheer scale and total legitimacy of this whole industry. It's massive. I do want to take a quick second to draw some special attention to Rare Patient Voice. They connect caregivers and patients directly with market research firms, paying a highly respectable $120 per hour. Look, if you or anyone in your household has any medical condition whatsoever, joining this platform immediately is an absolute must. It provides a really vital voice to medical research, all while paying you fairly for your actual lived experience. All right, that brings us to section 4, the smart strategy for success. Let's be radically honest for a second about qualification rates. You are not going to get accepted into every single study you apply for. You only get paid if you're actually selected. And the reality is, most participants only qualify for about 1 in 5, maybe 1 in 10 studies. So you're looking at a 10% to 20% success rate. And what this means is that applying to a ton of studies is the strategy. It's completely a numbers game. You can't just sit around waiting for that one perfect study to land in your lap. You really have to put yourself out there consistently. Which brings us to our concrete 3-step blueprint for success. Step 1, sign up for all 5 platforms today. Don't just pick one and call it a day. Get on all of them. Step 2, Complete your profile thoroughly on every single one. I'm talking demographics, professional background, even your everyday purchasing habits. That is exactly what determines which studies you'll actually qualify for. And step 3, set up instant email notifications. The highest paying studies fill up incredibly fast, like lightning, so a same-day response is almost always required if you want a spot. So I'm going to leave you with this final provocative thought. Which of your everyday experiences or professional skills is genuinely worth $750 an hour? Your insights have immense value to the companies out there building the products of tomorrow. Don't leave that kind of money on the table. Now, if you missed any of our previous methods, definitely go back and watch days 1 through 61. They are all linked below, and we cover everything from flipping textbooks to selling apps. And make sure you're subscribed, because tomorrow for day 63, we're covering an absolutely incredible method to earn money designing things, and you literally don't need any prior design experience to pull it off. You definitely won't want to miss it. See you then.